Calling All Platforms is a production of Supporter Sound Studios. To learn more about how you can support the podcast, go to www.patreon.com/callingallplatforms.
Now, into the ticket office of Disneyland. Oh boy, let's do this.
Don't think the CIA is going to be trying to hack your second-gen iPod.
I didn't think so. There might have been a lot of illegal music on there. I wouldn't doubt it. But, I mean,
pull it out of your pants, and there you go. You're playing.
Switch on and switch off. Oh, sorry. I'll go back to my hole.
iTunes is a constant source of embarrassment.
I'm just so used to barfing right now.
I really don't see Apple ever doing that.
I am Adela.
Well, I can't do it anymore without laughing. I was going to do the whole thing. Welcome, everyone, to the Calling All Platforms podcast. I am your host, Wes, and I'm here with Landon.
Hello.
And Caleb.
Hi.
And I'm here to talk all things tech this week, you guys. Without laughing.
No.
Which I just did. I apologize, listeners.
It's your fault.
I'm a little sick, and I apologize. But I will do my best at my host abilities by pushing all the talking to Caleb as normal.
What? I talked last week.
You did. You did
Somebody
very well.
else talk.
It was a very, very much downloaded
My voice
podcast.
still hasn't recovered. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine.
No, it's
Okay.
fine. Definitely fine. You know what else is fine? Mountain Dew. I like that. Moving on. Let's talk all things tech. Guys, I have one thing that I wanted to talk about, which I probably don't need to actually look at notes for, but Microsoft is having an event October 2nd.
See, that makes more sense because I thought you were saying they were getting like a vent.
Yes.
Like a furnace vent. I was
Usually
just one?
Words. You got to put some words together. Makes sense. My medicine is definitely wearing off here, but I did want to put this out there that they are having a hardware event. I guess some people call it the Surface event. They sent out invitations. Invitations look pretty cool. It's just the Windows logo with a little Surface at the bottom right.
By innovation only.
By innovation,
no. This one says by invitation only. They wanted to be specific.
Yes.
RSVP
Well,
here, please.
by invitation only / we're going to be streaming it. So
You're all invited.
yeah, everyone's invited. You can see Panos Panay's going to be there, which he's pretty entertaining to watch. I like watching his stuff, but a lot of people are just saying there's going to be just more iterations on the Surface on there. We'll see if there's any more consumer products on top of that with it.
Not going to be a phone, Wes.
USB-C on the Surface? Huh?
There'd probably be a phone before that.
Oh,
Wow.
The ref takes a point away. Dang.
Am I
I
wrong?
kind of feel like I need to throw a flag on that burn. That was...
That's a technical foul. Whew.
Ouch.
Ow. I don't know.
Do you want some aloe vera for that, man?
Yeah.
Wes, you going to be okay?
Well, I have no more news. It was pretty much shot. No. Anyway, we will see what Microsoft decides to do. I hope they jump on this bandwagon because that would be very nice.
Wes could finally upgrade his Surface.
I could.
It's only been, 4 years?
Oh, gosh.
You've got a 3,
I've
don't
got
you?
a Surface Pro 3.
Yeah, so
Still
3 years.
works
We're on
for
the
what I
6,
want.
I think.
Still works for what I want, but yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
nice to have that USB upgraded.
Yeah.
Be dope. Very nice. Anywho, I want to let people know about the event, and October is coming, which is Windows' wonderful time of updates. We don't know when. They haven't announced when this update's going to be happening, but this is one of the 2 updates, major updates that they say that's usually from April and October. So be aware, listener, that PCs that you may own may start updating or force shutdowns to update, etc., etc.
Without warning.
Yeah, without warning.
Unless you're like me, in which case you'll get hit with this update about, February.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I do want to issue this. You got to remember that not everyone's perfect, and when they do send out updates, the last update that they did send out, a lot of people lost a lot of data.
Yeah.
So please back up to not only a hard drive, but maybe some cloud files if you have some important files. And this was random, like in my documents, that all of a sudden gone. So we don't know why it targeted that. I'm sure Microsoft does, but they didn't say anything. But just a warning, if you've got important stuff, back it up. It's always good to do that anyway, but updates are coming. Please do that. Anyway.
I kind of feel like we need a jingle that uses the wonderful world of Windows updates as something.
The
like,
XP shut down.
If I was better at music, then I would have just come up with one on the spot for wonderful Windows update time, wonderful season of Windows updates, or just like write like a Christmas jingle or something. Like,
could it be that French horn that's like?
I was going to take it a little more seriously than that, but I mean.
No, we should.
If you want to ride to that bandwagon all the way down, then okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Updates are good, but sometimes how they're implemented. But I agree. We should get a jingle.
There you go. Windows. We need a Windows update jingle.
I will find one and I'll send it.
Okay.
Anyway, Microsoft is having that event. And as well as October being updates for PCs, Surfaces, anything Microsoft that has Windows 10 on it. So. That is the news that I have that's not gaming. So I'm going ahead and pass this over to Landon, see what he's got. Landon,
right.
What do you have for us?
I do have some news. Also, an event. Not event, but an event.
An event.
Look at these events coming to these big tech companies.
So many events.
Google has confirmed that October 15th is going to be their next Made by Google event. It's going to be in New York City. It will be at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So, what is that, 1 o'clock Eastern time?
Ish. Yes.
It will be live streamed on YouTube. They've already got...
Work?
Wow.
Sorry.
Wes is smart. That's why we bring him on.
S.M. Marty.
Anyways, the event will be live streamed on YouTube.
On me?
What? Yes.
On you.
There. We should not have recorded this week.
No,
I'm
this
trying
is perfect.
not to distract.
Yeah, me either. Go on.
I'll just sit way back here.
Yeah, that's perfect. Hey, of course they broadcast it on YouTube.
You would think so. They own YouTube.
It's going to be on Mixer.
Probably. Well, actually, probably. No. I'm sure someone might put it on Mixer. Not them, actually, but someone else probably will.
You know what's funny? Actually, I'm going to do some research. I wonder if Google actually has
a Mixer channel.
A Mixer channel. I'm going to look at this. Hold on. But go ahead. Continue.
Possible. But anyways, obviously we are expecting the Pixel 4 to be announced at this event. We don't know about anything else. Potentially a new Google Home Mini, also known as a Nest Home Mini now, because they've kind of switched Google Home products to Nest Home / Google Nest Home. I don't know. Naming is fun in the tech world. As
Google
we all
Nest
know.
Home X.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm excited for that, even though I won't be buying anything from that, unfortunately, because money.
Money?
Yeah. But anyways, I want to talk a very little bit about the Pixel 4. I have something that I thought was kind of funny. This is just something I thought of. So the Pixel 4 has been leaked so much that even if you were to use Cortana to try and find something out about it, it would bring something up.
Is this just mock Microsoft week? Is that?
I think it is.
Was that like the memo that went around and I didn't
even bring anything up to be mocked, which is what did they do to you this week? I'm just wondering from last week to now, like what happened? Did they steal your Cheerios or pee in your candy or something? Or
well, originally I was going to say you could use Cortana and Siri, but Siri uses Google, so of course it's going to be able to find something about the Pixel.
You know, if you would have just said Amazon's, I didn't say the name, it's the same. Now
that's true. But Cortana's more fun to make fun of.
It really is.
This is true.
Less people have Cortana.
This is true.
Which is sad.
It
really is.
We did probably, listener, I'm assuming, but probably we did not have any listeners get offended by you mocking Cortana just now.
I would hope not. If you got offended, you can let me know. That's fine. I mean, try to use Cortana to send me an email. See how that goes. Anyways.
I have a question real fast.
Okay.
So this is the middle of my research. So I'm on Mixer and I'm looking for Google.
Oh boy.
And I'm assuming these are not them. And so does Google go by a different, like, should I look for, is it Alphabet?
That
or would it actually be Google?
mean, Google is a company under Alphabet.
Okay. Because I looked up Google and I'm getting Google This AIM, Google Me Tricks, blocked by Google, and Google Earth VR. And I just sent your phone off,
Stop
didn't I?
saying Google.
I apologize. So I'm assuming this is not them.
No.
So I'm going to assume they don't have a Mixer account, so they may not be
look,
streaming.
Look for Stadia.
They probably have a Stadia one, yeah.
There might be some. I mean, Stadia's whole thing is it's going to use YouTube for all of its streaming, so I don't know if they would bother with a Mixer channel. But, they
Hey,
might.
there's 5 followers for Stadia Zona.
Yeah, nope.
That's not it.
Probably not it. No.
But anyways.
Anyway, sorry.
Speaking of Pixel 4 leaks, this is something that now has been confirmed by Google. There was a leak of a potential coral/orangey type color for the Pixel 4, and Google put out an ad in Times Square that said something about the October 15th event, and it showed the top part of a orange coral color Pixel. They haven't confirmed the name of this, but they've confirmed that it is one of the colors.
At this point, I can't help but feel, with all of the leaks for the Pixel 4, that we probably know more about the Pixel 4 than we don't know about the Pixel 4.
Right. And I mean, that's exactly how it was with the Pixel 3 last year, too.
Yeah, except this time, it's like Google was like, you know what? Everything's going to leak before the event anyways, so we may as well just publish all the information before the event. And that's kind of what's happened, is like, there's a leak, and Google's like, yep, good job. You got it.
Well, they've only done that with like 2 things about it. Which is like, because I mean, I heard this on a different podcast. Can't remember exactly which one, but they were saying like OnePlus does this all the time. They just, about once a week, they'll just show off some other spec about their upcoming phone until they eventually announce the full phone.
Yeah.
Whereas Google, they didn't even like do a half part of that. They just did like, they said, here's the back part of it. They showed the cameras. And then they showed off the gesture stuff that it can do and Face ID basically. And then now this color. Other than that, they haven't said anything. It's like, if you're gonna do it, just do it. If you're not, then don't, and just let the leaks come. But I don't know. It's weird.
It's a little strange.
It is very strange. But either way, I'm excited for the event coming up. Pretty much all that we don't know is price at this point and launch. But there's obviously speculations about that, and they're probably right.
Fair enough.
All right. Now, onto a phone that did get launched. Actually, 2 phones. 3 phones, kind of. 2 phones that you won't be able to buy in the U.S. The Huawei Mate 30 and the Mate 30 Pro.
Yay.
I'm only bringing these up because they did launch with Android 10, but they did not launch with Google Apps.
Yeah.
This is part of the whole U.S.-China crap that's going on right now.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that they were able to launch it with Android 10, but they, for some reason, chose not to use Google Apps.
I don't think they were allowed to use Google Apps.
Well,
yeah.
I
think that legally, Google is not allowed to supply them with apps, so they're using an open-source version of Android that is skinned with their... What's their UI called?
I don't know.
Is theirs MIUI or...
I can't remember. I can't keep track
no,
of all
that's
these
Xiaomi.
Chinese things.
Whatever it is. But yeah, it's...
Well, it's interesting, though, because there was a lot of things saying that they couldn't even use Android because it's a U.S.-based property.
Well, they're using the open-source version.
Even still, there was a lot of people saying they couldn't use that.
Yeah.
Because it's owned by Google, or made by Google, even though it's open source.
Once it hits open source, it's not owned by anybody. Once something has become open source, it's public domain. It's not owned by anybody at that point. So, yeah, like legally, that they can use it if they want. If it's open source, anybody can use it for whatever they want.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not allowed to use Google's proprietary stuff, which does mean that if they want like security updates or something like that, they got to wait for those to filter down to the open source version of Android. And I don't actually know how long that takes.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
I mean, even if this phone does become available in the US, I would pass.
Heck yeah.
As much as I like Huawei phones, they always have really good phones. They always have good cameras on these phones. They're good hardware.
Yeah.
But At this point, it's not worth getting one because who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, and listener, just to clarify, because you might be thinking that when we say no Google apps on it, you're like, well, that's okay. I can just download Gmail from the app. No, you can't. The Google Play Store is a Google app. There is no Play Store on this thing. They have a Huawei app marketplace that is, that they said, I think the number they were quoting was something like 50,000 apps on it, which is pretty impressive, but is nothing compared to the 2-3 million apps that are on Android on the Google Play Store. So yeah, it's
I did read something about Huawei's CEO saying that you could basically unlock the bootloader and then sideload Google apps. But then I also read another headline updating saying, never mind, but I haven't read that update yet. So who knows if this is actually a thing.
Yeah,
and even then, it's like, that's kind of pushing it.
Yeah, the modding community will probably, whether or not it's technically supported, they'll probably figure out some way to get the Google apps onto these phones. But, who really wants a heavily modded phone as their daily driver? Not me.
In this day and age, it's not nearly as popular as it used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember back even 5 or 6 years ago, custom ROMs on Android and jailbreaking an iPhone were the thing to do.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, not just the tech nerds like us.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people did that.
But jailbreaking now, on iPhones, is not even a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Latest versions of iOS, can't be jailbroken. Or they probably can, but nobody's bothered figuring out how to do it.
Nobody cares as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the purpose of jailbreaking them again?
It allowed you to install third-party apps without going through the App Store.
That's right. Okay.
That was pretty much the big thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now a phone that you can actually buy, and this is probably going to be Wes's next phone. It's the ROG Phone 2.
Ooh.
I saw this one.
I have seen this phone.
Now, this is made by Asus, and ROG is Republic of Gaming, so it's a gaming phone.
Yes.
And, I mean, looking at this screams gaming phone, which it's funny because most gamers that I talk to, there's a very distinct aesthetic when it comes to things that are called gaming devices.
Yeah.
At least in certain realms, especially the phone area. It's you can look at this phone and you think that's a gaming phone, despite the fact that everyone that I talk to that's really big into gaming, including you two, it's don't really care about the aesthetic behind this. It's why?
Here's the thing, though. I say I don't really care, but then there's RGB on this phone, and I'm that's pretty.
I mean, it's cool, yes, but it's at the same time, it's it's cool to have, but it's whatever.
But I do think that they're smart about it because, they've put together a really good flagship phone.
Yeah.
It is, in terms of spec, pretty much on par with pretty much any other flagship phone for a similar price. Though, to be fair, their camera isn't as good as most other major flagships, but still good enough for most people. And when a gamer looks at this and sees the design and sees the RGB and sees the accessories that come with it, that's going to be enough to swing them in that direction. They're going to be well, I can pay the same amount of money for a different flagship, get basically the same phone, or I can get the one that has RGB on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of specs, let's go through these really quick. It's got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus. It's got 12 gigs of RAM.
Woo!
Because yikes. 512 gigs of storage currently. They also have an option for a 1 terabyte amount of storage. That one is not yet available to purchase, and there's no price available on that yet.
It's your left leg. That's
basically.
That's the price.
You got to sacrifice your kidney, both of them. The display on this, it has a 6.59 inch, 19.5:9 aspect ratio, 2340 by 1080, 120 hertz refresh rate AMOLED display.
Heck yeah!
So, phone with 120 hertz refresh rate. That's awesome.
There you go.
I mean, there are a decent amount of phones now that are coming out with 90 hertz, and that's also really great. I mean, the Pixel 4 is supposed to have 90 hertz. The Note has 90 hertz. I mean, there's good phones out there with that, but 120, that's going to be nice.
Yeah,
120 hertz is nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have it on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Smooth.
So cameras, the rear cameras, there's a 48 megapixel and a 13 megapixel wide angle that's at 125 degrees. So, I mean, pretty much standard sensors. I mean, yeah, 48 megapixels, woohoo! It's actually probably a 12 that just does a lot of random crap to it. The front camera has a 24 megapixel camera.
Wow,
which is interesting.
Streaming,
yes,
streaming.
It's got a 6,000 milliamp hour battery with 30-watt fast charging. So if you want a phone that's going to last you a while, this is the one to get, and also charge fast.
Yeah.
So that's decent.
Gum.
Yeah. It comes with Android 9 Pie with the ROG UI built in. It does have a headphone jack because, again, gaming.
Yeah.
Yep.
It has 2 USB-C ports, an in-display fingerprint sensor, and dual front-facing speakers because gaming.
Yep.
You're not wrong.
It comes in at 240 grams, so kind of a heavier phone.
Beefy phone.
But, I mean, if you go through those specs, you know why it's that heavy.
Oh, yeah.
And I wouldn't complain. You have a 6,000 milliamp hour battery. Who cares how much it weighs? As long as it's less than a pound or something. The starting price for the 512 gig option is $899.
Pricey, but
on par with other
hardware.
flagships.
you get a lot. Yeah.
But yes, you are getting a lot. And at the same time, I mean, other flagships at the $900 price range don't have 12 gigs of RAM.
Right.
I mean, even the starting Note phone does not have 12 gigs of RAM, I don't think. I think it's 8.
I think so.
And then there's a 12 gig option.
Yeah.
But that is obviously a higher price. So, I mean, you get 12 gigs of RAM and a 6,000 milliamp hour battery.
Yeah.
For $900. It's not horrible.
No.
I mean, I still hate the fact that I'm saying that's not horrible, but
you know, my
not.
favorite thing about this phone is it has 2 flashes on it on the back.
Yes, it does.
But the second flash is not, listener, for photography purposes or anything like that. It's because you can buy an accessory case for this thing that has enhanced lighting features. So the ROG logo on the back of this phone is RGB. But if you put a case on it, you're going to cover up your RGB. So what the heck? That sucks. So they actually sell a case for the thing. It's not very expensive. It's just a basic, case, but it's added protection for the phone, which is good, and that's what you want. And it has a light sensitive layer underneath it that shines through to a whole bunch of logos and stuff like that on the back. And those are lit up by the second flash. The second flash shines, is covered up by this case and shines into the inside of the case, and then has a fiber optic layer that disperses the light so that it shines out through all these little features and logos and stuff like that. And there's an NFC chip in the case itself so that the phone knows when the case is on the phone, so that it turns off the RGB logo on the back and turns on this flash instead. And I'm just like, that is the most gamer thing I've ever, somebody at ROG went, oh, but if you put a case on it, they won't be able to see the RGB. We should build a case. And then add a second flash to light up the case. Guys.
Yeah. So speaking of accessories, they have one. The first one I want to talk about is the AeroActive Cooler 2. This one actually comes with the phone. Basically what this is you plug it, you put the phone into this, it plugs into the USB port and is basically a fan for the phone.
Little tiny fan blows across the back of the phone.
But one thing that's cool about this is it has its own USB port and headphone jack on the bottom.
Yep.
So that when you're playing a game, it makes it so you can have your headphones and be charging it and not have those sticking out the top and bottom where your hands are going to be holding.
Yep. So it's perfect for landscape gaming. That's the whole idea. It's pretty neat, actually.
That's actually a very brilliant idea.
Yeah.
And it cools the phone down while you're playing, which, again, brilliant.
Yeah. It's not really, I've seen testing. It's not going to get you more frames or something like that. But what it will do is it will keep the system on chip in the phone from throttling quite as bad as, because pretty much all phones throttle with sustained workloads like gaming.
Right.
And the whole concept behind this phone is that you're going to be multitasking. That's why the base model comes with 12 gigs of RAM. You know, they want you to be able to play a game and stream at the same time, or whatever, record your gameplay or something like that. So, yeah, it's going to get hot, and so they ship a fan with it. Like, good guy, Asus.
Yeah. The next accessory I want to talk about is called the Kunai gamepad. Think Joy-Con controllers. It's very similar to that. It's two separate controllers that you slide onto the side of the phone, or they also have a body that you can put those on to have it just, handheld gaming. You put your phone up on somewhere or plug it into your TV, because there's also an accessory to that we'll get to.
Oh, yeah.
These cost $149, so that's a little rough.
Yeah.
But if you want a controller for your gaming on your phone, it's not. I don't know.
But isn't this? I may have saw a different controller. I just want to make sure but that's the one that you can connect, not just to the phone, but you can actually have them together and still play.
Well, if you would have listened to me, I kind of said that.
I was paying attention. I was looking at the phone here. I was trying to catch up to you with my phone too.
He's trying to decide whether or not he's going to buy this phone.
No, I
Pretty much.
apologize. I was listening, but also I was like, oh, I found the controller, so I started reading real fast. And I was like, isn't this the? And then,
yeah, it is that one.
What a podcast!
This is why I make fun of Microsoft. It's
Is
all
it
Wes's
me?
fault.
Wow.
Anyways, moving on. The other accessory, another accessory you can buy is the TwinView Dock 2. This starts at $329.
Yeah.
But it adds a screen to your phone.
Yep.
And that's kind of cool and can be handy in some games, obviously.
I think the big one here, the big ask here, is you got your streaming app on one screen and your game on the other screen.
Yes, exactly.
That's
you
what
have
that's for.
like your chat on one, your game on another.
Yep. So you can read the chat. It's so that you can have a self-contained streaming experience from your phone. Like that's really what they're going for here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad option. I actually think if you're serious into mobile gaming, this is probably a good thing to buy.
Yeah.
Maybe not the controller. Although, if you're going to be using this second screen, having the controller that clips onto the phone would also be a good thing, rather than having a separate controller. Because if you're doing that, connect the thing to your TV, which you can do with another accessory they sell, the desktop dock, at $230.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
But it has 4 USB 3.0 ports, gigabit Ethernet, an SD card slot, and its own microphone. And pass-through HDMI.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's a lot of money, but it does a lot.
Yep.
Yes.
Really takes advantage of everything in this phone.
Yep.
And you can then use it on a monitor or your TV or something better than the 6-inch display that it has.
Which, to be fair, is a pretty sweet 6-inch display.
True. True.
The only thing it's really lacking is size, and that's it.
Yeah. And then another accessory is the WiGig display dock, and this is $330. Basically what this is a way to be able to stream whatever's on your phone to your TV or monitor. And that why don't buy this? Because Chromecast, anyone? I mean,
yeah.
Really? I don't know. This seems like at $330, that's just a waste of money, in my opinion. I don't know.
Someone will find a use for it.
If all it does is stream your phone screen to a TV or monitor, I don't know. Waste of money.
Hopefully, it's like super low latency or something like that.
It would have to be. Even then, still at $330.
Yeah, that is a lot of money.
Buy an HDMI cable that'll go
Right.
from your USB-C to your TV.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
not arguing in favor of it. I'm just saying it had better be super low latency. Like, maybe that's their justification. I don't know.
So, I mean, that's the ROG Phone 2. Again, Wes's next phone. Not a bad phone. Got a lot of really good specs.
You don't know.
I know.
I think we know. We know, Wes.
It is. You said it's tempting. I mean, it's pretty BA.
And RGB.
Yeah.
RGB.
Just saying.
Comes with a fan.
It is cool.
It does come with that one accessory, Wes.
It's not a huge fan.
Just the one.
But
yeah, it's cool.
Not a huge fan. Sorry.
No, we got it. We got it.
Anyways, that's all my tech news for this week.
That's good news. Awesome. Well, guess what, Caleb? It's your turn.
Okay.
Why don't you wow us?
All right. So I would like to announce Apple has announced that they are launching a vent. It's going to be
Apple Vent.
It's going to be called the Apple Vent. It's going to be made out of brushed aluminum, anodized in one of 6 different colors.
Titanium, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, now if they really want to go premium, ceramic.
Yeah.
It's ceramic. It's a ceramic white vent, though it's also available in piano black. Anyways, I'm kidding.
No, he's not.
So I don't really have like a ton of news. All of my news was last week,
yes.
Thankfully. So, but as far as tech news goes, there were a couple of things I want to make sure we touched on. First of all, iOS 13 is out. It's available.
It is
launched. You can download it on your iPhones that support it, but not your iPads. You will look for it, and it will not be there, and that is okay because iPadOS is launching on the 24th. So that is coming up a couple days. So that's when you'll be able to get iPadOS 13, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's when you'll be able to play Apple Arcade games on your iPad, which I'm really looking forward to because, you know, I've been playing them on my phone, and they're super dope on my phone, but I would like a bigger screen, please, and be able to use my nicer controller also, please. So,
please,
that's coming.
Please.
24th.
Yes.
Also, so this is AMD update on the Ryzen 9 3950X, which is the bad A 16-core 32-thread mainstream processor coming from AMD that is just the coolest thing, and I love the concept. It was supposed to be launching in October, but there have been some 7nm supply shortages for chips, and because of that, they are having to push back the launch date by a month. So, like, not really a huge pushback or anything like that. So, 3950X is going to be launching in November instead of October. Kind of a bummer, but there it is.
Which means no Black Friday sale on that one.
Yeah, there was not going to be a Black Friday sale on the... Your
well,
Black Friday
there was
sale
somewhat
is
of a chance before, but now there's definitely no chance.
No. Here's your Black Friday sale.
You get
it's
$1
available.
Yeah.
You can buy it. But yes, it's going to be... I'm real excited for that thing to come out. Not because I'm going to buy it, but mostly just because I want the excuse to be able to look at the numbers and just laugh at Intel. Because they're already getting... In terms of multi-core, single-core performance, they're pretty much tied by 3rd-gen Ryzen. And multi-core performance, like price per dollar or performance per dollar, obviously Ryzen walks away with it. But even just like the best Ryzen chips versus the best Intel chips, they walk away with it. They're just better performers. And this is just going to widen that gap. And good times. So anyways, that's all the tech news that I have.
Nice.
Right? Like I just got through that.
That was pretty quick. That was good.
I got like a bunch of gaming news, but
I think we might need to hop onto that.
Okay.
Why don't you start us off with some gaming news?
Okay. PlayStation. Let's talk about the PS5.
Let's hear it.
We don't really know much about the PS5 other than it's basically the exact same console as the Xbox 2 or whatever they're going to call it.
Oh, come on. You got to use the code name. Come on.
I can't even remember the
Scarlet.
code. Oh, Scarlet.
Come on.
I'm sorry. They burned me with Scorpio. They gave me Scorpio
awesome.
And then they announced the One X. Like, I'm sorry. They don't get a pass on that ever. So anyways, we don't know much about this thing. It has not been announced, but a prominent reporter in Japan has gotten some inside information on the PS5. Sony apparently understands that there is going to be a lot of demand for just the general console, right? Like, here's your PS5 that everybody, the mass market, wants to buy, but that there are going to be people out there that want better frame rates, that want better VR support, stuff like that, and that they're going to be releasing a PS5 Pro. They're already planning on doing that, and evidently they're planning on launching it at the same time as the regular PS5. So, supposedly for about $100 to $150 more at launch of the PS5, you'll be able to get a PS5 Pro if you want, so that you can get the better frame rates, you get better 4K support, and so on and so forth.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's funny because Microsoft eliminated their 2 console and just left it at 1.
Yep. Though, to be fair, we're very near the end of a console generation for, like, you know, so whatever their business, whatever they're doing with consoles now, I think is meaningless. Like,
no, for this that was for the next gen though.
Microsoft. You don't think they're going to have something besides Scarlet?
No, they actually announced they're not. They did, and then they're like, you know what? We don't want our people to program for the lower tier, so we're eliminating the lower one and giving you the premium.
That's going to be interesting to see how that plays out for them.
It was interesting because they did it, but Sony... It's interesting you're saying that because Sony was the one that was like, yeah, we're not going to do the 2. We're just going to give you the PS5.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I mean, it's been a very common theme, you know, throughout pretty much every console generation, is that you get your initial console release and then you get some kind of a mid-season update to the thing. You get a smaller console that has more RAM or a better hard drive or whatever and stuff like that. And then with the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, that was when we saw, like, whoa, you got like a serious performance boost halfway through the console generation. And I was fully expecting that to continue on. Like, I'm fully expecting that was my expectation anyways. We were going to get a PS5, we were going to get an Xbox 2, and then we were going to have, you know, here's your mid-season upgrade for the thing at some point. But what I'm wondering is if Microsoft does release just the more powerful Xbox that is similar to the PS5 Pro and then doesn't have a cheaper console but Sony does. If the PS5 Pro and the Xbox are priced at the same, I think that Microsoft might get their lunch money stolen again on this generation of consoles. If Sony is serious about releasing 2 versions of this thing, and if it turns out that the PS5 and the Xbox are the same and they're about the same price, and then the PS5 Pro is just better than both of them, then maybe it's less important. But if it does turn out that the Xbox is as good as the PS5 Pro, but there's a cheaper PlayStation available,
I think it's the bottom one, not the Pro. I think they're both the same.
Could be. I don't know.
But it was interesting.
It's going to be interesting to see
because it sounded
how
like
that goes.
It sounded like they were kind of like, let's just take the team that was working on the lower end and put it on xCloud. And kind of push the xCloud for that. So yeah, it'll definitely be interesting.
This is gonna be, oh man, this console launch, this console generation is really we're at a crossroads of gaming and
streaming.
Got to figure out where everything's going from here.
It's gonna be interesting because we got a lot more players in this than just the 2.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess 3. You know, Nintendo's in there.
But Nintendo just does their own thing and prints money. I don't know. They do what
it's
they do.
True, but
Nintendo's the one thing that brings everyone together. The PC gamers, the PlayStations, the Xbox, they all want Nintendo.
Yeah, it's only because they have such tight control over their exclusives.
True.
That's really the reason. I gotta say though, Apple Arcade has a pretty convincing Zelda replacement, so.
Yeah, but it's not Zelda.
No, it's not.
And
that's nothing to me.
But
well, it's not Mario. They could have a very convincing.
True.
The graphics are just as good. Like, that's maybe the funny part to me, is that, like, the new iPhones have as good, if not better, graphics than the Nintendo Switch.
Well,
that's not surprising.
That's not. So yeah, I was gonna say,
guys,
if there's one thing we know about Nintendo, it's they just don't care about that.
Yeah, they really don't. They really, really don't.
I mean, when the Wii launched, everything else had HDMI and full,
Yeah.
a lot bigger, much better display outputs, and that one didn't.
Man, I went to hook up
that was
a Wii.
still VGA.
I went to hook up a Wii the other day and finding ports for that thing. I was just like, oh, dag.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it wasn't just your standard VGA. It was one that's like, you have to have the Nintendo cord to make this work right.
Yeah.
Good
times.
It's like, I mean, yeah.
Good times.
If there's one thing we know about Nintendo, it's they don't care as much about graphics.
They just...
Because their games aren't graphic-intensive games.
Nintendo just doesn't care. I don't...
It's true.
I don't understand.
They know they're going to be making so much money.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? We've got these characters. We've got these properties. We're just going to make a platform that we want to design games on. And we don't care about anybody else. And sometimes it works. And you get the Switch, and you get the Wii, and you get the N64. And sometimes you get the GameCube and the Wii U.
Yes.
Yeah. So, it's hit. And they're on a good TikTok cycle there where...
Yeah.
The tick is stuff like the Wii, and the talk is
the Wii U.
Crap that sucks. Anyways.
Oh, no. Does that mean the next thing's going to be crap?
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yep. So if you've got a Switch, hang on to your Switch for a while. Plan on that being around for a couple of generations. Okay. Moving on. I may as well just move on to Apple Arcade since I mentioned it already. Apple Arcade is available, launched with iOS 13. Obviously, I signed up for it immediately, got that free month going, downloaded a bunch of games, and fell in love pretty much instantly because holy crap, this is everything I have ever wanted out of phone gaming. I just, a whole bunch of games available for not necessarily a whole ton of money, pretty cheap, with no in-app purchases, no artificial limitations on how far I can progress through the game or something like that. It's just great. I am so dadgum happy with this service. And they have a bunch of really good games on there. I've downloaded what am I up to now? 10. No, hold on. I can count. That's 12, 14. I've downloaded 14 games at this point. I've played 11 of them. And for a pretty significant amount of time, a couple hours at least. And there's a few Sayonara Wild Hearts was the one that was all over their advertising for the thing. Great game. It's fantastic. They also launched a sequel to Oceanhorn 2. That's the Zelda replacement. And it looks as good as Breath of the Wild, honestly. Plays differently from what I understand. I've never actually played Breath of the Wild, but does play well and very much has that classic kind of Zelda feel to it. What the Golf? There's actually a video on our YouTube channel for that one already.
I saw that.
And it is just the goofiest. Anyways, it's fun. There's the floor is lava version of that called Hot Lava. There's a pretty traditional fighting game that's called Punch Planet that's in there. There's a sports ball fighting hybrid called Hyper Brawl in there that's pretty cool. There's a roguelite RPG called Bleak Sword. And Lego Brawls is basically Mario Kart, but with Mario Kart Super Smash Brothers with Lego figurines instead of Nintendo people and stuff like that. Way of the Turtle is a platform that's actually a lot like Super Mario Run in a lot of ways, but it's just really fun to play. There's so many good things. Honestly, the only game I've come across so far that I downloaded and played and wasn't immediately just blown away with the quality of the game as a mobile game, sure, but also just as a game. Games like this are available on the Switch all the time, and there's tons of them in Steam, literally hundreds of thousands of them in Steam that are just fun little indie games that are really good quality. The only one so far that I was disappointed with was Sonic Racing.
Yeah.
It's not a bad kart racer, but it's not a good kart racer either. And let's be honest, Mario Kart's going to be on your phone in a week, less than a week. When does that launch? It's
Wednesday.
There's
There's some of my news. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Anyways, yeah.
I better get my review for Sonic Racing published quick though, so that it doesn't feel hilariously after. Anyways,
yes.
If you really want my thoughts on all the games that are on Apple Arcade, go to YouTube. Calling all platforms, follow our YouTube channel. I will be doing a bunch of videos about them on there. But as far as the service as a whole goes, it's an absolute win. if you like playing games on your phone, then it's a really easy $5 a month for me. So there you go. Apple Arcade. Okay. A couple of other pieces of gaming news real quick. First of all, the Batman games. Epic Game Store is having a giveaway. Actually, it's not a sale. They're giving away Batman games. So you can go onto the Epic Game Store on PC right now and you can pick up the Arkham Trilogy and the Lego Batman Trilogy for free.
Nice.
You just have to have an Epic Game Store account. So
I've heard a lot of good things about all of those games.
Not free, but yes. So like the Lego Batman games, they're Lego games. Like they appeal to a certain type of person, but if you are that type of person, then they really appeal to you and they're great. So like go for it. The Arkham Trilogy, so there's Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and then Arkham Knight. Arkham Asylum and Arkham City I have heard universally just a bunch of praise for those games. Arkham Knight had like cataclysmic performance issues on PC because it was developed for consoles and then ported to PC, and when it was released on PC it was awful. Like it was so bad. The performance was just absolutely made the game basically unplayable. From what I understand, that's all been fixed, and the version that you're getting from Epic Game Store runs great, and it's not as good as Arkham City, which from what I understand is the best of the trilogy, but yeah, still good entry in the trilogy, definitely worth picking up.
Agreed.
So, my final piece of gaming news is another entry in Doom modders are the best people on the internet. So, what's happened this week is the release of something called Doom 4 Vanilla, which is basically a demake of the 2016 Doom. What they have done is they have taken the storyline, the voice acting, the settings, the level design, the creature design, the weapon design, everything from 2016 and backported it into the engine of Doom 2 using only the assets that were available to the engine of Doom 1. So they do have a little bit more freedom because they're developing in the Doom 2 engine, not the Doom 1 engine, but they're using only the functionality that was available in Doom 1. So basically it's Doom 1 like style, but it's the 2016 Doom backported. I love the concept of this thing. From what they have said, the modder who posted the thing, who was very prolific with his reuse of other people's assets. So the credits for this thing are not just a single modder. It was a whole bunch of people that contributed to this. But the one modder who was in charge of basically building the technology behind this thing, he has said that the current release of it that you can play now uses a DOS emulation layer, and you can use a couple of different Doom-specific DOS emulation layers to play it in Windows 10. But he is working on a version, some minor tweaks to pull it away from the emulators, so that if you've got an old DOS PC, you can install this game on it and play it in DOS.
Amazing.
Oh.
Wow. So that's...
And we know Caleb has one.
Wow. I totally do.
At least one.
I totally do. I don't think...
This has to go on our YouTube
I don't know
channel.
if it has the horses to actually play Doom. It's an old crappy laptop. Okay, it wasn't a crappy laptop back when it was new, but it was a laptop in 1995. Like they weren't great. So I don't know if it actually has the horsepower to play Doom, but I'd be willing to give it a shot. Like, why the heck not?
For science.
Yeah. And actually I do have a couple of Windows XP PCs that I could probably, like, they're running Pentium 4s. Was there that's 32-bit. They had 32-bit versions of DOS, didn't they? I could probably get DOS running on one of those.
You probably could.
Very nice.
Yeah, good stuff.
That is there any YouTube video of this? Because I want to watch
yes.
some of this.
No, there totally is. And you can go and look at it, and it's like he's using some of the old assets too. So like cacodemons look the same as they did back in the day.
Yeah.
But then the newer demons that were only in the 2016 remake of Doom, he's got models of them that they look, they're recognizable. Like, oh, those are the little scrub demons that have the one eye in your forehead, and when you kill them with the hands-on thing, here comes a giant pixelated hand, grabs it and crushes its head, and you're just like, wow, recognize that animation. Except Had a lot more pixels the last time I saw it. But yeah, like the gore and the blood effects, everything is just like, it's recognizably the 2016 Doom, but it just looks like the original Doom. It's great.
The internet wins on that one.
Oh yeah, Doom modders pretty much always win the internet. This is what we have discovered on this podcast over the years we've been doing it.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Anything else?
Nope, that is all the gaming news I've got.
All right, Landon, I hear that you might have some gaming news.
I do. So I want to reiterate that Mario Kart Tour comes out this week.
Pre-register.
And I'm so excited. I can finally play it again. It's been a while. Because, I had the beta and it was awesome. But now everyone else can also play it.
Excited.
I'm excited. Yay. Okay, moving on. Stadia. Got a little news on that.
Ooh.
So, the Founders Edition has sold out in Europe.
Oh. Okay.
So,
Europe?
Yep.
Out of all places.
Yep. Huh. So, in place of that, Google has come out with a Premier Edition. Okay. So, the Premier Edition comes with the controller, the Chromecast Ultra, 3 months of Stadia Pro, full Destiny 2 collection, and it cost 129 euros. So it's the same price as the Founders Edition, but it comes with a little less things. I can't remember what exactly it doesn't come with.
The shareable free
That's
months.
That's right, yeah.
That was the Founders Edition comes with 3 months of Stadia
and
then
Pass.
3 months that you can share with somebody else.
Right. So it doesn't come with that. So if you didn't order the Founders Edition, you're kind of missing out, but you're still getting a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
With this Premier Edition. And it's supposed to come out before the official launch in November. We still don't know exactly when that is. Probably if it doesn't come out before the Made by Google event, I'd be surprised if they didn't mention something at that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's all my news for this week in gaming.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I never would have thought it would sell out in Europe.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
Android is extremely popular.
No, that's true.
Outside of the US and in Europe as well. So, if you have an Android phone and you want to play a lot of these video games, and data in Europe also is much better than in the US.
Yeah, that
not
might
only
very
in
well be
price, but also in speeds. They are much faster and a lot cheaper. So,
fair enough.
Yeah.
This type of product bodes well for that region because it's much easier to do this on your phone anywhere. Whereas in the US, you're going to want to be on Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And good Wi-Fi, too.
Yeah. There are good... data in the US has gotten much better in terms of speed. You could go in most places if you're on Verizon or AT&T and be fine. But there's data limits and and throttling if you have the quote-unquote unlimited plans from these companies.
Yeah.
But... So, you're going to want to be on Wi-Fi in most cases. So, that's why in Europe, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Well, we'll move on. Let's talk a little bit about some Game Pass games coming to the Game Pass console. I thought was interesting. A newer game that actually came out this year is coming. Jump Force. That is that anime clash. Like they had Dragon Ball Z and a bunch of other anime kind of clash together, and you're a fighter to help each one of these.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't remember this game.
It was... I think they kind of focused on the more popular animes that were on there. But the one I know is Dragon Ball. So that's coming to Game Pass. Also, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is coming to Game Pass for... These ones are for console, which... I'd recommend. I did complete this a little bit ago. It's pretty fun. If you like Castlevania or Metroid, you'll probably enjoy this one. This is they call it the spiritual successor to Castlevania. The next one is called Bad North. That one seems okay. Not sure what that one is. I apologize, but that one's Bad North Dirt Rally 2.0. That one's a race car game. I know that one. A lot of people like Dirt Rally. They've got a bunch of different ones that's on there, as well as Lego Worlds, another Lego game. So there's quite a few of these on the Game Pass. So, like, I know that those Batman ones were on there. They've got Indiana Jones, Star Wars, those Lego ones. So now that you can do Lego Worlds. So thought that was pretty cool. But that's all for the console. They will be announcing the ones coming for PC actually on the 24th. For Game Pass for that. So I did not have that information. Next.
Jeez.
Something interesting that Minecraft has never had and is getting is a Minecraft character creator.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay.
So there's a beta version with this out introducing the character creator. It lets you personalize your avatar's body size, shape, and more.
Wait. Can I make it look like myself? Meaning, can I make it round? Is that an option?
Maybe.
Oh.
But it does say...
I just want to port over my Nintendo Me over to that.
Yes.
In this description that they talk about, it says, Minecraft character creation lets you personalize your avatar in a number of ways, including body size and shape, limb replacement, and tweaking of eyes, mouth, hairstyles, and colors, facial hair, and skin tones.
Limb replacement. Does that mean I get to add a hook or a bat or a chainsaw?
I know that there's some Minecraft
or
skins.
Another person?
Oh.
Well, I know that there's Minecraft skins that you use that, like, say, a headless horseman. You won't have a head. There's stuff where you look like a crab.
So what if I'm a headless horseman? Can I add an arm sticking out of my head? Or a parrot?
Could I replace my arms with heads?
I'll tell you what, when we get it, let's all do it.
Could I replace my legs with heads so that I'd have 5 heads?
I guess.
I just want to see what it would look like.
Be kind of fun. Anyway, so that is coming.
It would look weird because you're trying to see out of 5 different sets of eyes.
Now, what they were saying that this was actually created for the Minecraft Earth.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But it was extended to the Bedrock versions of the vanilla game. Bedrock is all the other versions except the Java, which is on computer. So I thought that was kind of cool. That is something they never had. They always just have skins for you to buy, but now you can make all sorts of kind of characters and things.
That's cool.
I thought so.
It'd also be fun to like mix and match characters that they already have.
I wonder if you could do that if you've purchased skins before and you can be like, I want like the head of this, a Master Chief skull with Peach's princess dress. I don't know.
Yeah.
Be kind of funny.
And Darth Vader's arms.
Darth Vader. With the Ewok body.
Yes.
Which is pretty fun to see running around. No, really, it's that tall.
Yeah.
And it's pretty funny. All right, let's move on. The next thing to talk about, let's talk about Borderlands 3. That's new.
Oh, do we need to? I've heard so much about Borderlands 3.
Borderlands 3 has a new event for Halloween, which is called the Bloody Harvest, that's coming out with Halloween-themed enemies and a new boss.
Huh. So they basically launched it with a Halloween event already planned. Like,
bingo.
They pretty much had to.
Well,
to get it out that quick.
How successful? I mean, they had a Halloween DLC in the first one. And then they had a Dungeons and Dragons Halloween in the second one.
Okay.
And so, but they were paid DLCs,
right?
But this is actually an event. I think that's cool. Just how it's.
They're just. I mean, at this point, they're just trying to sell the game to more people. Yes. You know. So,
and it is a limited timed Halloween event, but they'll add new challenges, enemies, weapons, missions, and a boss. And it is set to begin late October and will last for over a little of a month. So, kind of cool. I always enjoyed Halloween events, especially Overwatch's that Junkenstein.
I do like Halloween events in games. Yeah.
I've always enjoyed those. That Junkenstein one was just the best.
Yeah.
But I like them. So that's kind of why I wanted to mention this, because I enjoy the Halloween ones.
Yeah.
So, and that's actually all my news that I have for gaming. Dun, dun, dun.
Wait, does that mean there's something else or?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nothing. Unless Landon has one more thing.
No.
No. I was readying my surprised gasp and everything. I was warming it up.
That's too bad.
Yes. Popped.
Going ungasped.
Anyway, we appreciate everyone for listening this far into our podcast.
If you want to hear me say the stupidest things, you have to listen to the end of the podcast. That's just how it works.
Or the intro, because they usually throw them in there.
Okay,
too.
well, yeah, but
Out of context, which is much more fun.
Yeah.
Yes, trust me. Anywho, but thank you everyone for listening this week. We encourage you to get onto the YouTube and check out our awesome new videos that are coming up and reviews that Caleb will be having for these new Apple games.
Oh yeah,
It's going to be awesome. And recaps of our streams that we had recently had a Gears 5.
yeah. Jeez,
My bad.
Get it
Gears 5 stream, which was pretty funny. We enjoyed playing that because I died a lot.
Dave.
I died a lot, and not to the enemy, actually.
No, that was just a combat roll through a fire. I mean, I don't know what you were expecting.
Let's see if this works. That and look, a red barrel, and Wes is above the bridge. That always works.
That was so good.
How long have you been gaming? Don't shoot the barrel next to a friendly. Anyway,
Sounds like something I would do.
it was pretty funny.
It was so fun.
It was awesome. Anywho, check out the channel. Check out the site. If you guys have anything you want to get a hold of us for or have any questions on, feel free to post on our website at callingallplatforms.com. And have a good week.
Bye-bye.
See ya.